collect more when you're ready, collect. Yes. Yes. I want on the open side more, like a pirouette canter. It started out well, and then there was a hiccup. Let's do it again. Now ride the Grand Prix canter, that canter. That's your Grand Prix canter. Good. And then on the open side, please, ride more collected. Good. Good. That's it, fabulous. And then go forward again. So when you said, which I told you I love, come on the short diagonal, let's see a flying change. Stay there with your hip angle open. When you said earlier, he knows everything now, now what I'm trying to do is get the quality of everything better. That is just a great place to be. And that's it, and keep the hip angle open and keep the elbows low. So one of the things I think we need to have stay consistently better, go large and lengthen the outside of his neck, is that we need to make sure his canter looks this way and doesn't get ditzy sometimes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's it, because like through the short side, there is a Grand Prix canter. The other canter is a little bigger than this one. Do you feel that too? Yeah. So, but this is looking good. There's the canter, not less. That's your Grand Prix canter. That is not too fast, all right? Now, circle down here, please. And on the open side, ride him collected between the quarter lines. On the open side, yes. Yeah, with no hiccups. Good. Now, what? Good, super. Why was there not a hiccup? Because you kept, with your open hip angle in your seat, you kept his shoulders up, right? And still had the correct roundness. Now, go large, and we're going to, since we have MGM here now, we're going to go large. And you're going to come down the center line and keep the same, actually, no. Go over to F. And at F, please, ride your half pass across the diagonal, keeping this same stride. Yes. Yes. You did it. Bring your left shoulder back, and that brings the haunches more. Good. Then when you're ready, flying change. Stay sitting in. Excellent. Yeah. Let's go large. Excellent. Good. Lengthen the right side of his neck a little bit. Very nice riding. Now, stay there. Stay there. Most people, and you're going to do the half pass all the way across again. Most people in the corners or in the short sides lighten their seat a little bit. You don't want to do that. Haunches trailed, but now it's correct. Bring your right shoulder back, and that will help keep the angulation what it's supposed to be. Good. Good. And this canter is a Grand Prix canter for you. This is great. Yeah. Now, ultra collect down the long side. Use your tailbone seat first. Yes, like that. Yes, like that. Then go forward again. Excellent. Excellent. Good. When you are ready, please, when you are ready, walk. Good. Not as good. It was going to be in the last two strides, so canter again. And ride like you're going to ride the aids of a canter pirouette, like a quarter pirouette. Now, this is always a little issue with him, is coming to the walk again. But it is improved 98%. That's good. That's really good. It needs to come out in front to begin with. Don't lean forward. Stay in your tailbone seat, because that's what keeps the weight on the hind end. When you lean forward, if a horse has a tendency to get shorter and quicker, you'll get shorter and quicker. Thank you for this. Wonderful walk. Extend it again, please. Yes. You've done a really, really great job with this. Aren't you happy? I am. I mean, this is not, yeah. It's hard after he's done piaffe massage, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I remember when he didn't do it now either. And I was gonna say, this is very good.
I used to not even walk like ever.
So, oh, and else is, it's not just that he will keep the weight on the hind end and be clear, more behind.
Yeah.
Because what he used to do, this is great. What he used to do was, in the beginning, not the beginning, because you've been working on it for a long time, but you know, he has an overstride. You know, which a lot of horses in this breed don't have much overstride. He does. But the other thing I like is that not only is he more relaxed, but because of that, you've gotten length of stride. It's wonderful. Okay, so let's do some tempies. And from what we talked about at the beginning of the lesson, since this is that's good. Since what we talked about at the beginning of the lesson, good. Good. That's all right. Okay. Now let's see, how about some twos on the circle?
And this is the easier way that you want to do that right now. Harder to use.
Okay.
Look at on the outside, it's harder.
Okay.
Alright, let me just hold on. I can't talk and do twos at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, keep your shoulders right. Good. 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 Yes. Excellent. Excellent. All right, so now let's do some one.
Okay, let me do them straight.
Yeah, you can do them straight first. Yeah. It's fine. Super. Now when you go in this, are you gonna go in the circle?
I'm gonna do a few more in a row.
Good, okay, excellent, excellent, do that. Good,
You guys should see small lines that will be circle with
okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Keep the shoulders to the right, that's it, yes. Shoulders more to the right. Super, shoulders more to the right. That's right. Okay, and you could ask for more. Get the shoulders more to the right. Take your time, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yep. That's right. Follow your instinct. Never take your own riding out of it. Super.
Good boy.
Go large and walk. Hallelujah. That was
Is that her Grand Prix trot?
I was just going to talk about that. What do you think about this trot? Okay?
What-
The volume of it, and that's when you get the cadence. That's what cadence really is. But if people do that in piaffe massage, especially without balance and rhythm, then they get twice as much of what they didn't have already, which is rhythm and balance, okay? Good. Yeah. So what you need to do, you're right, is get him out in front of your leg more. So walk a second, please. Now, go. Yeah, and then walk. And then trot out again, and it should be just from your tailbone seat and your legs close to the girth, and put the whip on the inside. Please. Yeah, now don't hit him, just touch him with the whip and trot out, go, go. And leave him alone. Good. And then walk again, then trot out again. I like that answer better, did you? Good. And then walk again. You have to feel like it just comes from your glutes and your upper leg, trot. And a little inside leg is a signal. Yeah, now, because you can't have a Grand Prix trot if they're behind the seat. And they're behind the seat before they're behind the leg. Is this better?
Yes.
Lots. Walk again. Good, trot again. That's correct. Now
Yeah.
come across the short side, Good. Turn right. Very good. Do the same thing, please, in the walk in this direction. Do the same thing. Good. Trot again. Good. See now, yeah. Now, this is good balance and rhythm, I think. What do you think?
Definitely.
And you know what you said to me before? What did you say about the trot when I asked you? It's not steady enough, right? Well, it can't be if there isn't enough weight on the hind end. So balance is the one little word for a whole big concept, all right? So the balance comes when the weight is there and when the self-carriage is there. And then, yeah. And so you're right, I'm glad you did that. And don't do it on the corner, but you could do it again. And you don't necessarily have to hit him, you can just touch him with the whip, and you can do it again when you're ready. Yes. And the other thing I like so much is how it's very clear and it's very tactful. And that's how you need to be with this horse. If you're not, if you go ahead and say, I want a 9 now, then he's going to try so hard to give you a 10. But it will be tension filled. Trot. Yeah, good. Good. All right, so tell me when you have a Grand Prix trot. I'm not saying you don't, just I want to see what you would call, I think you could add 10% and then have one, so let's see that. Yes,
Look at,
yes. What do you think of that? I agree. That's the trot that you go, whoa. Wow.
yeah.
And that doesn't look tense, that looks wow, okay? Now come on the diagonal. Canter is a little better than the right canter, but then you got it much better. Keep your trot, yeah. And that, excuse me, that is the trot that needs to be in the half pass. You can't turn into a ditzy trot. So how about a half pass and trot? You've already done the canter ones. Yes, there it is. Freedom in the shoulder. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, so what doesn't feel good?
It's a little bit on the edge.
Yeah, I agree.
Any step is about to be the wrong step.
Okay, I agree, but, you know, if I didn't know him, I wouldn't be so sure that would be the case. Do it to the right, then he gets a break. So what happens is, you know what you and I talked about in the beginning? And you said he knows everything, but I know now I have to get more quality in it, but when I do that, I make more mistakes. Well, that's what happens. It gets more on the edge. Half pass, go ahead, bring your right shoulder back and the haunches will come more. Bring your right shoulder back. Yes, like that. Like that. okay? Yes, yes. I like that better, did you? Let's do the left one, then you get some break. No quicker, no quicker, good. So you bring your right shoulder back, and that keeps them, bring the right, yeah, so yeah, that brings the haunches. Good. That's the tempo, that's the rhythm. Could be a little more bend, but that's the tempo and rhythm. Keep that, keep that. And then, like a snowflake landing, come to the walk. Yeah, beautiful. Now this is the hard part, yeah. Through the second stride, it was good, then you got a little shorter, and then extended walk. So what is important in the training, we know that they learn from kindness and clarity. Okay, the greatest wisdom is kindness, okay? And then they learn from that. Now, I know this is hard after you ask. You're gonna have to live through this for a couple weeks, okay? Once you ask for the Grand Prix Trot, then what we do, that's exactly what I was talking about. Do you feel it? You need to do that. You need to be so obvious to him. This is the clarity part. You need to be so obvious to him that he feels more weight on his back. Which you think, well, how can you weigh more than whatever you weigh? You can give them the feeling of putting more weight on the hind end, like that. Yeah. Yeah. And you're at A. I couldn't hear you. If I didn't have this on, I couldn't have heard you talk to him. So you can do that in the test. No one's down there. And halt. It's up to the World Cup. You had 7 judges. Walk on. Good. Halt. Good. Walk on. Good. And halt. Walk on. So then what I'd like to see is what you would do. Now, I told you about the boot noise before, haven't I?
Right.
Good. Yeah, so, really hear that and try that. I would be amazed if it didn't work. I would do it with your gray horse down that end. And, I just was showing people this in a clinic out in Buffalo for a horse who wouldn't go someplace. In a very short time, he was going right over to that place. And it's not because it's such a genius thing, it's because it's just simply a focus technique. Okay, so when you're ready, let's go ahead and let's do some piaffe massage. You decide how you want to do it. Yes? Super. Super. Now, ride some quarter passade turns from the outside unilaterally. Quarter passade turns from the outside unilaterally. Yes. Because we need to get more engagement from the right hind, because he overdoes with the left sometimes. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Okay, now quarter turn, excellent here. Keep him straight necked pretty much. Yes, 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 super. Do that again, excellent, do that again. Like that, and that gets more engagement. Excellent, and walk. This is important because Beth has the camera on. When you watch this, when he first did his passage, he was doing this. He would bring his left hind up more because he wasn't staying long enough on the right hind. So what people tend to do then is use the wrong leg to get the other leg to come up. So instead, what you need to do is engage the other leg, which a quick leg doesn't always do. Sometimes a quick leg gets quicker of what you're already trying to fix. Understand? So when you use the outside unilateral legs, like in a passage turn, you immediately got him to bear the weight evenly behind and then evened out. Let's go ahead and passage again. So the other thing I want to say about that is that a whole article could be done about the outside unilateral legs and the passage, because nobody really talks about that too much. Well, you really know, Beth, because you see all these articles. But I was going to say, that's it. The outside upper leg, the outside calf close to the girth, then turn. Yes, the outside rein low, good like that. What it does is it keeps them centered. Now quarter turn again. It keeps the hind legs closed together, and then they can come forward. That's it. Now turn right. I didn't give you much notice, but when you're ready, go to the right. Yeah, 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 and then do it again. So even when you're on the long side, on a straight line, you do this. Good like that. Good like that. How's this feel? If it's only better, what else do you want? To know that it will stay better? Yeah. So what you need to do is keep riding the same way. That's it. Good. Good. And you want to feel like he's out in front of your thighs. You know what I mean? You want to feel like he's doing what he's doing there. There's the shoulder freedom and the lift out in front of your thighs. Do it again. Yes. Yes. And then somewhere when you are ready, I want you to ride a piaffe. Take your time, that's it. Take your time coming in. Good. 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 Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. Very good. Very nice in, very nice out. Keep this, close your right thigh now, and your right leg on the girth. Like that. Feel what that does? And it doesn't show that you're doing anything, but that's how you keep the collection of your passage. Okay? And walk. Nicely done. Now, and then walk. And go. Okay, come over here. Here are some sugars. Yes, good. I love your resolve when you're trained because you're very into the standard you want to produce and you make the corrections accordingly. Yeah, you take your time. You develop it. You create it. Good. And it's only going to happen when the horse is going to sit into the transition. No, it does not. It doesn't matter where you do it. You can do it on the rail. I wouldn't start doing, I should have said, I don't start doing it on the center line till they're great at it on the rail. And that's because obviously you want. Now, if he does something you don't want, don't say no, say what you do want. So if he starts a piaffe and you want walk, say walk. Understand? That's good. That's good. Yes. Then walk. Say walk. And don't kind of just say walk. Yep, walk. And the leg stays forward and it doesn't stay back and it doesn't squeeze. You just say walk. Go large. Good. Walk. And do it again, yes, super, this is a better one, that's it. Lovely. Then you just do nothing, you say walk, and put your legs forward even more. Your signal to walk is if the legs go really forward. I don't mean like exaggerated to his nostril, but you know, there, that's, yes. Good, and that's it. You had a very good walk in between up there. This is good. And then don't do it here because we can't see it. Do it over like between, do it at us. And then keep your seat like that, very good. Keep your seat, excellent. Excellent. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then come out. Now that was the least good one. That's all right, sit down, because you don't, this kind of horse can get you feeling tentative. Don't feel tentative, sit down. That was a good difference, excellent. Hi. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. When you're ready. Very nice. Do you like that one? That's it. Now go in the other direction. Come extend, walk on the diagonal. Me too. And say walk, and then halt and halt. Because when they get like that, as he's getting it, he's kind of just running on his forehand, then you need to walk halt. I've done that with you before. That's it, don't put it forward. That's it, good. So then do it in this direction when you're ready. Yes. Yes, good. Stay straight, shoulder forward. That's it, good, smart, 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 good. And then passage, piaffe passage again, please. Yes. Yes. Correctly done, correct, very well done. You know why you started a little before the center line? It traveled a trifle, but then you kept the rhythm and the ins and outs were great, had him a lot. Then, as he continues to be confident that way, you can ask him to do more in the spot. But you're in completely the right place. Now, don't be tentative. Sit heavily down, 300 pounds again. Give him long reins and say walk and make the boot noise. He doesn't know it yet, but teach him. It will only take you about 3 days. Carry enough sugar or whatever treats he likes. And halt, weigh 300 pounds. Yes. For all people that I train who are amateur riders who are timid, you know, some of them are afraid their horse will